I'm John Panic with the Mohave Valley Daily News, and this is your daily dose for Tuesday, October 27th. The daily dose is brought to you by Tri-State Radiology Center. Tri-State Radiology's professional staff will prioritize your scheduled or expedited needs for images and reports. Your reports are read within 24 hours, and you will receive a copy upon request. For all your radiology needs, call Tri-State Radiology Center, where your image means the world to us. All right, got a busy week ahead of us. I don't know if you heard, but President Trump will be here tomorrow. So let's dig in and see what's going on. Our top story, Bullhead City Elementary School District has a report of a possible COVID exposure. This is it was on a bus going to Sunrise Elementary. Apparently one of the students there has tested positive, and so the school district sent out an email to the parents to let them know that there was a possible exposure. We got a release from the school spokesman, Lance Ross, saying everyone is doing his or her best to follow all safety protocols and encourage others to do the same. It's just kind of a warning that, hey, somebody on the bus with your child may have been exposed or was exposed. So you need to just kind of keep an eye on them. So there's a lot of restrictions in place for the students, traveling classroom to classroom together. So they're doing their best to mitigate any problems, but it's just a warning that, hey, this has happened. Apparently it's happened before. We just don't know how many have gone out. The school district is doing a real good job on transparency there. So we got a story here about traffic restrictions. We're still not getting a whole lot of news. It's a short notice thing, so they're trying to piece it together as quickly as they can. We had conversations with the airport yesterday and city officials trying to find out what's going on. We were able to glean that the Air Force One will be landing. There was some question as to whether or not the runways there were long enough for a 747. They are, so we'll get a chance to see Air Force One in town as well. But there are going to be some restrictions on Laughlin Ranch Boulevard and the Parkway. Starting tonight, the Bullhead Parkway from Highway 95 to just south of Landon Drive will be down to one lane in each direction. They're going to be closing this evening Laughlin Ranch Boulevard between Highway 95 and the Parkway. And then entrances to the airport itself will be closed near the airport. So a lot of restrictions. If you're traveling through that area, just beware that there's going to be some things going on. All right, inside, 53 new cases reported in county. We had been dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. Now we're climbing back up again. We had 32 cases during the week beginning September 12th. Since then, they've kind of climbed between like 57 and 89 a week. Last week we had 101, and then yesterday we had 53. So we're halfway to last week's already after one day. So we'll see what happens there. Recommendation is to continue, distancing and wearing masks. Speaking of wearing masks, another heated meeting at the Board of Supervisors meeting yesterday. We have Ron Gold and our supervisor for Bullhead City, Hildy Angus, are anti-mask people and don't believe that they need to wear it. The other three supervisors, including Board Chair Gene Bishop, are wearing their masks and still recommending the social distancing and mask wearing. The problem came in where Buster Johnson brought up the fact that they're making their recommendations to wear it, and they're requiring visitors to the Board of Supervisors meeting and to the county building to wear their masks, but yet they're sitting up there at their meeting not wearing masks. So it's kind of got a little contentious at one point. Supervisor Bishop, their chairman Bishop, said that she felt a little uncomfortable being between Ron Gould and Hildy, who are not wearing masks, and Hildy said, well, then I'll just stay home like Supervisor Johnson and call in. So got a little chippy, but they're still recommending that you wear masks. Charges dropped in drive-by slaying. A murder charge and 7 other charges against Jonathan Arthur Wallace were dropped. Wallace is one of the people that were in the drive-by shooting with Hurtado. This was back in 2019. He had 7 charges dropped, or 8 total charges dropped. He's still charged with criminal damage and misdemeanor driving under the influence, as well as assaulting a corrections officer while he was in jail for the drive-by. There's no reasoning on why the charges were dropped. They just are. So he's the second of 3 defendants. The other is Benji Nunez. He's still charged with first-degree murder, 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 3 counts of aggravated assault, and drive-by shooting. But the first one is the one that got off last week with, I think he got almost all of his charges dropped, and then Wallace. So Amy Coney Barrett was confirmed yesterday and swore in right away as the Supreme Court Justice. She was the one that the Senate rushed through, and it was pretty much split right down the middle between Republicans voting for and Democrats voting against her. So that is all done. Not a whole lot going on in sports other than there's a nice big story here about the Cardinals. I believe they're 5-1 now, looking good. Had a nice overtime win against the Seahawks on Sunday night, and the Cup playoff race, the NASCAR Cup Series playoff race that was supposed to be finished up on Sunday. They ran into some weather problems. It was pushed to Monday. More weather problems. It was pushed to today, but it looks like they're going to have the same kind of bad weather down there for the next couple of days, so we'll see what happens with that. Our weather is awesome. It's supposed to be in the low 70s today, but it's warming up. 80 tomorrow, 83 on Thursday, 88 Friday and Saturday, and sunny, so no weather issues here. Okay, well, that's it for today's paper. Just a heads up, we're going to be covering blanket coverage of the president's visit tomorrow. We've got a crew of, I think, 7 going out there. And then on Thursday, besides the coverage in the paper, we're also going to have a special pullout section that's going to be a little bit higher quality, a lot of photos. We believe it's going to be a collector's edition, so be looking for that in Thursday's paper. All right, the Daily Dose is brought to you by Tri-State Radiology Center. Remember, they offer same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide open MRI, offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. And I'm telling you, if you're somebody that's tried to get your x-rays around here in a timely manner, to hear that they're 24 hours is awesome. So call today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Just a reminder, the Daily Dose and Valley Voices are now available to stream on the Anchor app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. All those streaming services are listed in the description below this video. You can get more information on the stories that we've talked about today by picking up the paper, or you can go to our website at mohavedailynews.com or go to our Facebook page. We have a lot of them on there as well. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow.